To Biafra is our home, and the Biafra is our religion. God did not want that years up on be more than you and I. When see a can argue. I don't know what to go. You can buy one of Biafra land the mountain. I would like the girl. My phone name on to the devil, baby, and a beach with the mountain. I was a good word in my label. I went to the Malobia Fabia. No matter what you do. Papa gives a canal, Filippo, F. Young. Amadike Mundira. Amakanagina. This second I can log in Biafra COS Dr. Ngozi Arabueza Biakenelu. I was a walker while they gave Kabuna Bonam. Tada Biafra Nitoto.
Okay. Okay, but I'm going ihe mụ na gị ka wo speaker, maybe no mere ya ofuma. Mụ na gị na-abụ ka wo speaker. Ọ bụrụ na ị watch eme gị co-host, ị ga-ahụ co-host under your name.
Okay, that's check here. Well, okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. 247 never because I check the icon. I will speaker. Opportunity to co-host. Yes.
Okay, co-host. Okay, let me check.
Okay.
Invite speakers. Go. Okay, hold on. Google list to co-host.
Okay.
I've invited him. Then you.
Okay.
To co-host.
Okay.
Okay, to co-host. So you say co-host.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And then Tochi is now, and I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Google.
Yeah. Okay. Come check in. No, I'm sure. Click here. It's here on the co-host. Click here the icon. A big and web mother. Sign a mother. Click here. Click here that and one of the co-host to Kawu 0. Two open spots. I don't know. Maybe no matter. I don't know if because that my mom how she was making mistake here and there. So maybe I don't know.
Yes. It's my voice important because people can get see me. I can voice over paper because.
That's not my cover. That's not bad.
Mawakalugo no no bueno. Kuna nukalila ya kala le rinu wangulo. Na wana na bose vive na kiti enwe. Na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem. Kuja. Atibe kwa na tulane bovo. Imalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule. Dani mona tulilu. Na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu. Ngula matali wanso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Mama abulezi okwenu. Na baka la kelu egonezi enwe. N'ụbọchị akala kelu ego n'odezi. Maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi. Ụmụ Biafra kụnye enwe. Ụmụ Biafra kụnye enwe. Unanukwani mono nuno mono nezi biakere nwe. Ono nenu lila tono na ndagulugu seji tono nugu banatai. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makana juko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe. Naka ni kwata million ke kwa kwaja sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be walo tamanu. Mo Biafra kuyenwe. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. maka na ofu obi amaka mma n'ala n'ugo n'onwe ụmụ Biafra na m ekele unu niile nke a bụ nke anyị nwa adeti na ijele nwanyị bịa kene gị ọkwa gị bụrụ ụkwụ ekene n'afa ndị otu Biafra Izawa and the Biafra is our religion nke ọ dị na nwata chi eze amụrụ n'obi bụ onye iwere ya wesị ya kene kene gị adụmegwu Chukwu ike mba one of Biafra land mmọnwụ be m ọdịwu na-eli akara ya dike nwafọ ndị Igbo jiri dị ebube bịa n'ebe ichebele mmọnwụ be m abụzikwa odogwu eji mara Igbo niile odogwu eji mara Biafra bịa adụmegwu Chukwu ọpa gị si ekene ekenelu gị Filipu Efiong abụzikwa nwoke kwuru okwu wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ya ekunye na ya bụ Biafra ya tụrụ ugo wee nata na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo n'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na ele ele ọba gị si ekene ekenelu gị onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedu ebe ị nọ Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ elu ọkwa gị bụ ofu onye tiri ndị iro mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi Amadike bụ mmanwụ ndị iro amekele gị na n'isi ekene ekenelu gị Biafra COS Dr. Ngozi Orabueze bịa keneli abụzikwa oke nwanyị gị ka mụ na-agbọ n'ama ada Biafra n'ite ọtọ ezinne m obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa ngwa nwoke dị na nwanyị bịa n'ụlọ unu isi ike n'ụmụ Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ maka na akwụdola eze ochie n'elu ụwa ịmalụ gị enu na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze ọma bụla eziokwu akwa gị si ike ekenelu gị ndị Biafra gọọmenti niile ndị nọ na exile cabinet bịa n'ụlọ unu mwe ọnụ ekene unu jisinu ike na Chukwu na ndị a na ya agba unu ube maka na onye soro ọbịa ya atọ ka anyị malụ gị enu eyi jisienu ike ekene ekenelu m ndị Biafra Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu ndị ejezo Biafra land bịa kenenu the great oracles of Biafra na nanu unu ọnụ wee kene unu na
for those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets fill the glorious song of victory. With God Almighty and wrong. O God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Let those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this kind a land of righteousness.
A minute silence for our past and present, heroes. They are all Biafran heroes. Just a minute silence. And may the souls of our heroes, past and the present, stand for us while we here do the needful continuously until Biafra come. Ise, BDF anthem.
All hail Biafra, land of the rising sun. We love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it, all hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our precious England, who day and night say them always. All hail
Thank you, Biafra. Thank you, Biafrans from all over the world, and journalists and everyone anywhere you are joining us from. Today, we have the Biafra, United States of Biafra, COS Chief of Staff, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. I present to you the Biafran Chief of Staff, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. You're welcome to this program.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ugo. Am I coming out?
Very well, very well.
All right. Thank you so very much, Honorable Ugo, 247. Thank you so much, the Honorable Minister for Information, Princess Agi, for the United States of Biafra. Thank you to all the media present here representing the United States of Biafra. Again, at this period, I want to thank our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Abatobie Simon Epper. I also want to use this opportunity to thank our leader, our able Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you all so much for what you do for Biafrans. I also want to use this opportunity to thank our angels on ground that are safeguarding our life, safeguarding our women, safeguarding our forests from the reintegrated terrorists that invade our land sent in by Nigeria government. Thank you so much and continue to do what you do. I also want to use this opportunity to thank all the new cabinet ministers of the United States of Biafra. Congratulations to all of you that made that final list. Again, we have to continue to make Biafra, United States of Biafra, one of the best countries in the world. Again, my name is Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, the Chief of Staff for the United States of Biafra, currently the Deputy Prime Minister for the United States of Biafra. Thank you all and welcome to this space. Let me start by, I also want to thank Biafrans that are listening and friends of Biafrans, and those that are not friends of Biafrans. I know you're listening, and it is a welcome development. The freedom of a people cannot be determined by few individuals or by a country that continues to kill our citizens just because of their ideology. I thank all Biafrans that we are in Finland. We made it. We've declared the United States of Biafra. We are now an independent state. And I'm very, very happy to inform everyone that our lawyers, both international and local, we continue to apply the rules in making sure that United States of Biafra stands as an independent country, being recognized by member countries in the world. I thank God for leading most of us back to our bases. After what happened to our Prime Minister a few weeks ago, as some of you may be aware, it took all of us by surprise. But again, we know that it is one of those things that is bound to happen, because our Prime Minister has always said he's looking for a day like that to be able to let the world know what Biafrans are going through in the hand of the terrorist state of Nigeria. Our Prime Minister is hale and hearty. They are just delaying him. There's no crime accused. According to, they're just doing investigation, which they review every 2 weeks. And it is okay. After what happened to our Prime Minister, there was, again, I tell people, the structure of the United States of Biafra has been laid down by our Prime Minister from beginning to end. Unless the person is not true to this course, unless the individual is not following our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Anyone following our Prime Minister and believing what he is doing, we know that he set the template for Biafra restoration from beginning to end. Nothing is left out. Everybody has their job assigned to them. But once our prime minister is not in the picture, somebody have to step in to help Biafrans achieve those templates that the prime minister has laid out. So when the issue happened, then we had Briggy cabinet. Some individuals in Briggy cabinet met with the CRC, the Conflict Resolution Committee, and they said they want to appoint somebody that is going to take the place of the prime minister. The Conflict Resolution Committee now issued a memo requesting for Biafrans, Briggy members that want to step into the issue of our prime minister to submit papers so that they can go and review them and they vote and make them the interim prime minister, even though the PM has set the template for the structure of the government. The Brigade cabinet members, upon seeing this letter, called for an emergency meeting and called on the chairperson of this conflict resolution committee in the person of Imam Maduabu. And we were surprised on why this letter. PM had already had a structure. So why this letter to request for people to apply for the position of the prime minister? Eventually, the Brigade cabinet members noted that this is inappropriate, and they took a vote to suspend the conflict resolution committee in a vote of about 20 in favor and about 9 against. Then after that, there was so many commotions, and I believe eventually the prime minister was able to see that letter. Then, through our internal attorney, through our PM civil attorney, a WhatsApp was opened. I just saw myself inside our WhatsApp forum. And in that WhatsApp, there were 4 other individuals in that WhatsApp that was opened by PM's civil attorney. There was Honorable Imam Madabo, there was Honorable Ogenkere, there was Honorable Uche Obi, the European representative, and there was myself. In that WhatsApp, the PM's attorney informed everyone, these individuals that was in that WhatsApp, that she reached out to PM to avoid chaos, to avoid crisis that some people are finding. And the PM has clearly stated to those individuals on that WhatsApp that the leadership, his surrogate, will be Madam Dr. Ngazi, until PM will be able to join us. Excuse me. That was what happened. Since after that notice was given, some individuals in this struggle that claimed they were following the prime minister became very sad. They were not following rules. I tried to reach out to a couple of individuals that I know has things to do for the prime minister. I reached out to the defense minister. I reached out to Honorable Ogenkere, the finance minister. I requested for a private meeting with them to ensure that the government continues. The defense minister obliged, and I met with him for some minutes or hours. The finance minister, Ogenkere, refused to meet with me. I called several times. I sent him messages. He refused to attend. I called several cabinet meetings. We sent him the invitation to come to meeting so that we will know where our finances stand. I'm not going to go into details of some of the reports I got from some of the men on ground, whom I've been part of helping to make sure that things are running smoothly. But rather than work with the government and the structure that our prime minister has established, the finance minister, Honorable Ogenkere, decided to do his own thing. I requested to talk with Success, because every now and then in meetings that PM and I has been, I know every now and then, not in all cases, because PM's way, nobody knows it. Anybody that comes out to tell you he's doing this with a PM in that way, that person is not being sincere. Because PM follows the experiences of what happened in the past, and he's very, very cautious. In fact, you will not know that what you are doing, another person is doing it, and that is the way PM operates. I try to reach out to Success because every now and then he's the one that helped to run errands on ground. He refused. While the brigade cabinet members keep trying to reach Ogenkere in up to 4 meetings, which he refused to attend. A couple of cabinet members tried to broker peace to see how they can get him to come to the brigade cabinet meetings. He refused. At a point, when one of the cabinet members reached out to him, he said he's not going to attend a meeting unless Success is at the meeting. So knowing what I know, I already know what is going on, and I don't need anybody to tell me anything. My own is to make sure that when we raise money for our prime minister, who is one of our biggest fundraisers, we want to make sure that the money we are raising for our prime minister is going to the appropriate places that he requested, not to another place. And there's no way we can know unless I talk to these two individuals. They refused to meet with me. They connived with somebody we have in the homeland, Augustine Ekoyo, who is the Ebonyi State Administrator. I tried to tell Ekoyo. There were two individuals that bought the prime minister's name, the Ekperima and the Apudanda. One of the individuals, Emeka Ghana, reached out to me and he said, because the PM has already promised these two individuals that they're going to get a plaque in Finland. So I asked them that it's important that I confirm where this Emeka Ghana is going to pay the money, because we have a federal account in Homeland. I reached out to the finance minister, Ifeoma Isuzo in Homeland, to see if he can help me check the money that Emeka Ghana paid in the 4 million, because Emeka said he's going to pay 4 million for that name. And then the other lady in NS said she's going to pay 2 million into, and they asked me for the account, which I gave them. After they made the payment, because the person that won in Mighty Dot is in America, so we don't. He doesn't really need local accounts. So when I asked Ekoyo, the one managing the one managing our account in Homeland, to confirm if that 6 million was paid into the local account, she told me she do not have access to that account. Then I reached out to, she told me the person that have access. And I reached out to the person to confirm if that money was paid into that account. He told me that I do not have a right to that account at this point. So obviously, some people are working together behind the scene for what I don't know. I have an idea, but that's not what I'm going to say here. Moving forward, when PM was inaccessible in a Telegram group that was established for the state administrators, we have two groups, a WhatsApp group for the state administrators and stakeholders, and we have the Telegram group. Because of the absence of PM, I told Ekoyo to add me to that Telegram for the 40 state administrators so that I can monitor what is going on. He refused to do that. And there was a reason why I was not in that Telegram earlier on when PM opened that account, which is not what I'm going to be saying now. But when I asked the Minister of State to add me to that Telegram group, this success was very, very aggressive to that MOS. He cursed him, he abused me. There's nothing he didn't say. He told the MOS that he should never add me in that Telegram group with some of the lies that he talked about. And MOS confronted him that he does not have the power to take the COS out from that group. Then immediately the MOS added me to that 40 state Telegram group. The Success and this Ekoyo and another guy, they left the group. And I have proof of many times I tried to reach out to these individuals after what happened to PM. But for some reason, it looks as if there's somebody they're working for. Fast forward to the Briggy Cabinet fundraising. We had a Briggy Cabinet meeting. And because we've invited the finance minister several times to the meeting and he refused, then he requested for a flyer to be made for fundraising. So we called a Briggy Cabinet meeting. And in that meeting, the whole Briggy Cabinet members agreed to suspend the fundraising just for 1 week. Because if the finance minister refuses to come to our meeting, if he believes he's working for United States of Biafra, if he believes our PM, Simon Ekpa, is his boss, and this is the cabinet that represents Simon Ekpa, then there's no reason why he should not attend the meeting for the cabinet. It was in that meeting that the Brigade cabinet members agreed that we are going to suspend the fundraising for 1 week so that we can put our house in order. It's not just easy to tell Biafrans to donate money. And we've called our finance minister to meeting several times, and he refused to come to the meeting. We must put our house in order. And that was what we tried to do during this transition period from the Brigade cabinet to the United States of Biafra. As a new country, there are things that we have agreed to do. There are a couple of United Nations charters that the country have agreed to live by. There are some human rights issues that United States of Biafra have agreed to live up to for the world to recognize us, for us to get the recognition that we need. And those things are some of the things we're trying to restructure, some of the few things. But for some reason, some people went out there, the finance minister, Ogen Keres, the ex-information minister, Sonia Perawa, and the ex-deputy information, Rafael Ajere, just go to the back, confusing people, just sending out information that are not correct, that I'm canceling fundraising, this, that. And some people buy into this misinformation. Now, as we speak, they believe that the PM has no right to make me the one in charge. They believe they are the ones in charge. So we can never have two masters in one ship because the ship is going to capsize. Some of them even say that PM didn't say that. This Ajere, he said it was not from the PM, that instruction. And they, three of them are flowing with that. But that's not the issue that I am interested in addressing right now. Anybody can believe what they want. It is my duty to let Biafrans know what is going on. And it is the duty of Biafrans to make sure nobody sabotages this struggle in any way. As a new country, there's been a couple of things going on. And nobody, again, let me be clear, nobody has changed anything in our fundraising on the back end. Everything is still like that. What the Brigade Cabinet members wanted is just to get clarification from our finance minister. You cannot be a finance minister for an organization. Even if you borrow that organization 100 million, you must be able to tell the organization, this is what we put in, this is what we put out. That will help the new administration to plan. We have to cut our coat according to our size. But some people think there should be nothing like that. Everybody should start operating in their own way, the way they feel, because they have the power to do that. But the Cabinet of the United States of Biafra, we are not going to operate like that. We have a responsibility to Biafrans. We have a responsibility to keep our angels going 24/7. That is our responsibility. And Biafrans are ready to contribute money to help do that. But we must make sure the money that is being contributed under His Excellency, the Prime Minister, goes to his people and not to another people. Now, moving forward, those of you that have been following our Prime Minister, the Prime Minister has always said, upon the declaration of the United States of Biafra, the Brigade Cabinet will be dissolved. I know he has said that publicly and privately. And that is exactly what I did. With the power vested in me and in nobody else. It is me that he vested that power, because I know the reason why he requested for that to happen, which is not what I'm going to start explaining here. If somebody respects our Prime Minister, Simon Eber, and he gave that order, why should the person or the individual try to disobey that order? And they will tell you that they are fighting for Biafra. They want to raise funds for Biafra. Is it the job of the finance department, headed by Sonny Akbarawa, to be talking about raising money for the Biafra restoration? It's not his job. But for some reason, they all decided to do what they think they want to do. As we are speaking right now, the finance minister now has sent out a WhatsApp, a Zoom meeting for the 40 state administrators in Homeland to meet with him tomorrow. But he refused to come to the meeting with the person that the Prime Minister have given the power. But he went, this is just to disorganize and destroy. But you know what? Not in this struggle where I am. This year case is dead on arrival, and they will fade if they want to. Like I said again, I don't know their issue. I'm not going to get into that. But we have a defense minister that is currently attending to some issues in defense. And that is the right thing to do. Because when PM was available, most things come to him. Most information come to him. But all of a sudden, because he's out, some people think they are the ones that is in charge of everything. I find it very sad that somebody will come to the air to tell the world that without him, the Finland Convention wouldn't have happened. And that is why it's very, very important for us to know how we can help the finances. We don't want nobody coming out to say that without him or her, the United States of Biafra will not be achieved. That's a slap on our face. That's a slap on the thousands of people that support our Prime Minister financially to get the United States of Biafra. So for Biafrans to have that bandage on their face every time, that without me or without anybody else or without the finance minister contribution, that there will be nothing like United States of Biafra. Nothing like that. All of us contribute in our own way. I'm not going to tell people what I contribute in this struggle. I'm not going to tell people what I've lost being in this position. That is not what I need to do, because Biafra is way, way bigger than what I do, what I lost, and what I put into the struggle. But under this leadership, that must stop. Nobody can come and say, without them, the United States of Biafra will not stand, or without the money they borrow here, which is money we pay back. People give money, and there are people that give thousands of dollars to the struggle. You don't even hear their name. And that was why we're trying to clarify some of, yes, we thank people who borrow us money in time of need. But it's also important for us to know what was borrowed. What did you borrow us? How do we pay back? I think that's just basic accountability. It's not to stop anybody from doing what they do, but it's just the transparency. Because we are in a new administration. We are now a country. It's not everything that have to come to the open, but we know things that the cabinet needs to know. And there are things the cabinet do not need to know. And that is why the cabinet decided we are going to have a week break before we start our fundraising. And Sonia Parawa and Ogenkere and Ajere went to be telling Biafrans that Dr. Ngozi Orebeza have canceled fundraising and are trying to connive and try to deceive those in homeland, our angels. Well, I will tell them, please, do not get involved in this madness. Do not. Do not. The PM has gone through this part in the past, and it didn't end well. The essence of the information department is to let Biafrans know what is going on. Keep us abreast of the informations. Not to use the information department to be spreading false information to the public and spreading lies and try to witch hunt somebody because you feel PM did not give you the power to run this struggle. PM knows all of us one by one. He knows what each individual can do before he gave that power. If you think PM knows that you can run this struggle, he would have made you the one in charge until he comes out. But the Prime Minister didn't do that. And as long as he didn't do that, you must bow by that instruction that the Prime Minister gives. That's the right thing to do if you truly love the PM, as you say. I'm letting our angels to henceforth desist from contacting Ogenkere or Success. As I know their jobs when Obatobie was around. And I'm very, very happy. Many of the angels got that information, and it's going to continue that way. Our fundraising is going to resume next week. And Biafrans are ready to donate to this cause. Biafrans are donating because of the Prime Minister, not any other individual. They donate because he's going to restore Biafra not because of any other individual. So anybody that thinks that Biafrans are donating money because of him or her, then the person is not being sincere. Again, I do not know what people's problems are in this struggle. And I'm not going to get into their problems. If some people think that the COS name is what they're going to use to gain cheap popularity, we will stay and see how that is going to end. I've been through this road before. Currently, the new cabinets are in place. And I encourage Biafrans to reach out to them if you have any concern, any questions in the particular area. And like I said, the Prime Minister has set all these structures in place. But maybe some didn't know. And they think if they go about creating this childish chaos, that is going to bother Biafrans. I'm telling the 40 state administrators at this point, do not attend any message, any fundraising raised by Ogenkere. He is no longer the finance minister. We have a new finance minister who is going to be reaching out to you, Biafrans. The list is out and you can go through that list. Currently, our international lawyers and local lawyers are already making the moves for our recognition by more countries in the world. Again, what happened to Obatobie? Again, he has not committed any crime. They've not indicted him of any crime. All they're saying is that investigating. They are investigating, which is okay. Investigating based on the lies that some Biafrans, those that claim they are Biafrans, that were used by the Nigerian government to drop all those lies. They said terrorism, then they dropped the charge and they say he's inciting people. And we tried, while we were in Finland, to let them know we've declared our independence in Finland. Nobody incited us, right? So even though they didn't allow PM to have access to us, did that stop us from declaring? No, it did not stop us. That shows our self-determination is what we want. It's not about any individual. But I believe this was politically motivated to make him not to attend the Declaration of Independence of the United States of Biafra. But I know, I promise you, there's no crime, nothing against our Prime Minister. As we resume our fundraising next week, we'll encourage Biafrans to please continue to donate. If you're donating $1 before, please make it $2 right now for the sake of Obatobie, so that the defense minister can revamp some of the damages this success and the people following him has done in homeland. The new finance minister will straighten out the current account in homeland and the diaspora account to ensure that everyone donating to our prime minister, the money goes where they need to go. For those talking about the new cabinet members, again, I said if you have been following the prime minister closely, this should not be an issue to you. But when those that failed, their name is not on the list, comes to you to tell you stories and tell you how the COS has stopped fundraising, you know they're lying. The fundraising was just suspended just for 1 week for us to make things, keep our house in order. And ask them, if it was the prime minister that says, we are going to suspend our fundraising for 1 week, would they do what they're doing right now? Ask them. Would they do that? No, they wouldn't. They would say they love Obatobie, anything you say. But you love Obatobie, but you do not love the person Obatobie put in place to help him organize things. Isn't that sycophancy and sabotage? We have a couple of media people that the information minister is going to be reviewing their names, even though we've added them on the information department. There are a couple of individuals that may be added into the information department that I know the prime minister have approved and have a soft welcome them, just like Obi-Wan News, Remy Jews, and all that. And then we have a couple that we've added there based on a recommendation that the finance information minister or myself will be able to review them every now and then to know that what they are doing is in line with the United States of Biafra policies and procedures. And if they fall short of that, we'll take them out from the media of Biafra. Again, I just want to tell fellow Biafrans, it's not about me. It's not about an individual. It's about the United States of Biafra that have been declared. Our people back home, they are doing the needful. The terrorists are going to leave our land. We are not going to run away from them. And we're going to continue to get the declarations that we need. Sometimes the mob action being perpetrated by some individuals to our prime minister, I strongly believe there was a reason that what happened. That mob action will not continue, not in this United States of Biafra. Again, if you are friendly with the prime minister, that is fine. But when it comes to running this United States of Biafra, you must follow the rule laid by the prime minister. Some of these people, they have no respect for the rule of law. They have no respect for authorities. But Biafrans are going to take care of this. Again, I thank you all Biafrans to this brief space period. And I thank everyone for listening. And Honorable Minister of Information, Princess Aggie, we can take a couple of questions. Honorable Ugo from people, and then we'll call it a day because I have another meeting. Thank you so much, Biafrans.
Thank you so much, Honorable COS, Deputy Prime Minister. Good afternoon, Biafrans. I know all of you have been waiting for this moment. The COS has finished speaking, though she's not going to be here for a long time. I would suggest that we ask her meaningful questions, as her time here, she doesn't have more time to stay. And when we ask our questions, please, let's be respectful. When we ask questions, it's to clarify and for us to learn. Like she said, our men on the ground, they are not starving. Don't buy that idea. Master Simon's Bridgie had a structure, and USB has a structure. If the men at home need something, if they are in need, there's another source money can be given to them. So don't buy the idea that the men are crying, they are doing that. Please don't. We are not poor. We need money, but we are not poor to the extent that our men on the ground will need something. Just like COS said, there are silent people that don't make noise, that can give money, that can sustain those people at home for a year. So please don't feed into that, because most of you, that's where your emotions are. Because I am very familiar with what I read online. Let's support the USB. Master Simon, our Honorable Prime Minister, will join us. If what the COS is doing now is wrong, you know him, he will throw everybody out. So until then, let's be patient. And some of you questioning what the COS is doing now, None of you questioned everything she did in Finland. We shouldn't be cherry picking. COS is good today on Monday. On Tuesday, COS is bad. That's what we call pattern. Follow her pattern. You will know that she's not changing. The people you should be concerned are those of them that today they are praising PM. Tomorrow they are cursing PM. Those are the people you should worry and not to follow them. They don't stand for anything. They have no integrity. They don't love Biafrans, and they don't believe in Biafra restoration. Some of the things you guys are seeing now has been on for a while. This game that is being played is not a game that was scheduled this time. PM is not here. It's just that we needed to declare Biafra. So a lot of things were kept just for peace sake. Don't be fooled. Don't be carried away. Don't trust anybody, including this one that is speaking, but you will know whether I mean well by my actions, not by words. Somebody telling you that he paid for the convention, all the money you are contributing, where is it going? If that's true. And even if the individual did, why is the individual asking for money? Since he's so rich, he doesn't need to do fundraising. And all this while this rich man has been on the platform. I haven't seen any of his co-millionaires coming to help out. Please think. The Biafran government, the United States of Biafra, this one being headed now by Mazi Simon Ekpa, including COS, is not a place for IPOB Nigerian style. We have a mission, and that mission will be accomplished. Thank you. The floor is open for your question. Like I said, be respectful. Question is to clarify. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brothers. Our protocol observed. Thank you, COS, and everybody, the co-host, and everybody listening. I thank you so much for this opportunity you gave to us. I just have only one question, an encouragement to our people for us not to be looking onto things, the mistake that a lot of people have made. Why should we go ahead and make the same mistake? And I thank you so much for what you said. Accountability is where everything lies, and it will give courage to our people to do the more. And what you says, is there any way we can be able to have kind of breakdown? This is what we got. This is what we spend. This is what we have on hand. This is, I know we need fund is everything. But if we are getting the fund, we know how the money is going. It will give us the strength the more to raise. That's only the thing I wanted to find out, because the step you took is a great step, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. Again, you have to remember that in the past we are in struggle, and we are still in struggle. And then remember that most times when PM was around, most of this thing goes through him. And then now that he's not there, that's why the whole thing is kind of falling on us and all that. So again, we are trying to make sure that um, Biafrans that are donating money towards our Prime Minister's cause, that is really being taken care of by the new finance department. We have experts in the finance department, but I know we are going to be looking for a CPA. So if you're a Biafra listening and you're a certified professional accountant, please, um, you can reach out to me or reach out to any of the finance secretary or the deputies, so that these are some of the areas we might need help at this time. And again, it is it sometimes spending funds comes as an emergency, which we all understand, but we want to run a country where we should be able to know that nobody is sponsoring this United States of Biafra. We don't want that language anymore. If you're borrowing us money, we have to tell you this is the condition you have to borrow us money. This is how long it's going to take for us to pay you. But we don't want to hear no more that somebody, without somebody, this United States of Biafra is not going to happen, because many Biafrans are contributing in their own way towards the struggle. Many, many, many. And even if somebody comes to borrow us money, and we feel that that money is not something we can do, it's okay to reject that. Yes, it is okay. And that's how we'll continue to cut our coat according to our size. Yeah, we know the things we need. And that is why every department is going to be handling the things that come to their table. But that band-aid of putting it on my face or on everybody's face, that without me this struggle won't go on, I don't want to hear that no more. Thank you so much. So we need CPAs. If you're a CPA, please reach out to me or to the finance secretary. And then I mean, the more, if we have two, three, that'll be fine. That will really help us to really put things in shape. But right now we have some of the accounts we are having um, we have those records in place. As some of us are aware, we use those accounts for donations and all that. Yeah, we have some of them, but again, some of them we are not really getting what we need. And I understand when people try to help the struggle and put in money, uh, much money just for one thing, but we also want to make sure that there are professionals that are handling those. Thank you so much.
Well, I wasn't satisfied, but I'll just leave it that way.
Thank you.
Yeah, greetings to COS Dr. Kozi Orabaze. Greetings, 247. Greetings, Princess Aggie. Fellow citizens of Biafra, I just want to throw a simple question. Which is, COS, which account are which citizens are going to be making contribution or donation henceforth, if that should be the case?
For the homeland, because I don't have access to that, I've requested for that from those people that are in charge, and they refused. We have a new account which the finance minister is going to send to the homeland. For the diaspora, we intend between now and maybe next fundraising to sort that out. But nothing is going to change on the front end of our website. I think we're going to continue to donate at the www.ipobusa.org. But on the back end, even if we don't do it the next fundraising, hopefully the next fundraising we should be able to, if we don't get, if we're not satisfied with the report, um, but for now, we are going to, the finance department is going to take care of that. So yeah, once we start fundraising, we just continue to donate the money. The only change that might be made may be at the back end if there is need for that.
So what it is because already what I'm saying is in on my profile I have since February the Biafra Republic Government .org / donate pegged on my profile since February, and that makes me gives me easy access to do whatever I want to do at my leisure hour. So what it means is that from now that is not valid. Is that what you're telling me?
You said which one is not valid?
The one like in my profile I have Biafra Republic / donate, the new one that came out, not the IPOBUS.com, the second one.
I think it's the same. Most of the money on the back end, like I said, goes to the same place. So any change that we're going to make is not going to affect anything anybody does on the front end. Yeah. So people can continue to donate on the front end. And the finance department is going to sort that out on what to do on the back end.
Okay, let me read out yours. Let me read it out. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, let me read it out. Biafra Republic gov.org/donate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So someone like from me, I read it out from my timeline. I
Mm-hmm.
pegged it here on my profile, so
Mm-hmm.
I can go ahead with the donation through there, or like
Yes.
tell my friends to go ahead to donation through there.
Yes, you can continue donation through there. Like I said, nothing changes on all the front end. If we have to change,
Okay,
then it's going to be on the back end. Yeah.
okay. That's all I want to say here for now.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning, my Biafra people. Good morning, the Chief of Staff of Biafra government. Please, man, Ugo 247, I greet you, sir. Greet you, princess. Ma, I have a question. Due to your explanation about what is going on, we thank you for coming up to clear the matters on ground. But I want to ask you, man, is it not okay to leave the people that Obatobiye assigned in their position? If you can add some people to them, you can add before Obatobiye command, since they were not giving any problem to the movement before, to leave them in their virus position. Is it not okay? That's my question, ma.
All right. Thank you so much. Again, I think you only know what you know. As myself, as a person that is steering this ship, I know what I need to move um, this country forward. And if the PM has trusted me to do that, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you.
Good evening. I don't know if my voice is coming up. Thank you, thank you. All protocol observed. I greet our COS and everybody in the house. I just have a one question and a contribution to make also. The question I want to ask our COS: how are you? I want you to assure us here that our men on the ground are not going to have anything lacking. Are you assuring Biafrans of that? And I
Again,
want to make
there's a
and I
department.
want and I want to make just a contribution, and I will leave the. I'll allow you to answer my question. The contribution I want to make also is that will it be possible for you to come up on a Zoom meeting or on a space program with all your cabinet members so that we can see their support to what you are doing, the new cabinet that you just selected. I don't know if such a thing can be possible.
The new cabinet members, we are going to do that as time permits. We are going to do that once we have the time to do that. As you're aware, many cabinet members are very, very busy during this transition period. Um, Again, when it comes to our angels, there's a department that is handling that, and you can reach out to the Defense Minister to answer your question. But I'm in touch with everything that is needed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chief of Staff. Thank you very much. Ugo 247, Minister of Information. I thank you, everybody. Biafrans, I greet everybody. By my Chief of Staff, I have just a simple question. My question will go this way. You know, what we are fighting for now. We are in security challenge. You know what is going on in Biafra land. And my question now: how are you sure that these new people you are bringing is not going to sabotage our people? This is my question.
Okay, most of the people on the new cabinet, they were on the old brigade cabinet. And as far as the particular department, we have a defense department that takes care of the defense. Thank you so much.
Hello, good evening, Biafra, all over the world. Good evening, my TSO, my COS. I'm really glad the way the Biafra convention went. I want to appreciate you for your heroism. You have done Biafra proud. You are a woman of timber and caliber, and I pray that Kiabiama will continue to bless you and encourage you to do more for Biafra. We did not feel the vacuum left by the Prime Minister with your presence. Dr. Ngozi Arabweze, you have done great, you have done wonderfully well. And if other people are not seeing the potential you possess, I, Comrade Emmanuel Tinuda, and other Biafran who have ego eyes have seen the leadership potential in you, and we can only encourage you to do more because the sky is your starting point. Her Excellency. Having said that, I want to appeal to everybody who is on brick cabinet to toe behind the COS and encourage her. She's a lady. She needs encouragement. She needs to be supported. You know, what a man can do, a woman can do better, but she needs encouragement. Her Excellency, please, I want to also advise you that the Obatobie can massage so many egos. You know, he's a man. In leadership and in this kind of struggle, you can massage so many egos to move forward. As a woman, you might not be able to do that, or you might not understand the intricacies. I want to implore you to, if possible, to the same path Obatobie is touring. Massage as many egos as you can massage, which will not bruise the Biafran struggle, so that all things can be going on well. Having said that, I want to please ask, since you are in direct contact with the Attorney General of our current our who is in prison, can you give Biafra an update about their president, about their prime minister? We want to hear what is happening or what is going to be happening. Since they do the review every 2 weeks, today we hear Nigeria, tomorrow we hear from different bloggers that he's a content creator, he's that. Please, can you be giving us authentic information, updating Biafra on a weekly basis, or even in 2 week basis, as the case may be, on what is happening to our Prime Minister in the Finland place? That is what I'm begging you, because Biafra wants to know the update. And having said that, I want to thank you once again for what you did in that convention, and I pray that you could tell us to protect and guide you. And I ask those who are bickering with you to please support you, support her. She's a lady. She needs your support, not to start, I know she may not know everything, but please support her, please. I hate my mouth. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think I already gave the update earlier on the PM. Like I said, PM is hell, is hardy. They're just trying to hold him. No charges, no crime, nothing except that he's inciting us. And I gave that update. They review his case like every 2 weeks. They say they are still investigating. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. And that is the update. As far as massaging egos, the style that PM uses to massage egos, yes, you can massage ego to the point where it's not going to be detriment to destroying what you're building. Massaging ego on the right part, massaging ego and letting people do the right thing is very, very important. But when you massage ego, that you are a leader, and when you give order, the people under you don't follow that order, then that's a destructive ego massage. And that's why some of the things you see right now is happening. So some people believe they follow Obatobie, they respect Obatobie, but when Obatobie gives order, they don't follow that. So that's not um, appropriate. That's not right. And it's gonna, when you neglect things like that, it will eventually do more harm to this struggle. And those are some of the things we want to put a square peg in a square hole and ensure that those that are working for this government, they understand their job, they understand the limits, they understand the principles of United States of Biafra, where we don't go back doing things the way Nigeria do that. That's why we're trying to move away from Nigeria. So again, everything we're doing is in line with what needs to be done right now to move us to the place where the country needs to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and God bless you. God bless you, madam. Keep it up. Keep it up. God bless you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to our able Deputy Prime Minister, to you, Ugo 247. All protocols observed, please. Let me go direct to my question. I have 3 questions. One is, Your Excellency, Ma, What is your administration doing to ensure that our prime minister comes out very soon? That's number one question. Second question is, knowing fully well that defense, people that communicate to men on the ground is the number one vital point regarding trust issues and people that are not going to betray. How do you choose the people working with men on the ground? Are they new people, new face, or have they been there? Third question, which is the last one. What are you doing to cut off the communication of invaders? Because anyone calling men on the ground from outside is an invader, and it really exposes them to some kind of danger. What are you going to do to address this particular issue and to cut their hands off? Because it will really bring a lot of betrayal to the men on the ground. I so submit, ma.
Thank you so much, Oranges. To your first question, what are we doing to ensure that Prime Minister comes out? Most Biafrans were in Finland this time around, and Finland has a process. If they say they are still investigating, there's nothing we can do about that. They don't have any. They don't have nothing against our PM. But like I said, this looks like a politically motivated issue. The barrage of facts and the barrage of evidences that we have against Nigeria government, they can't stand that. So we have everything needed to ensure that those accusations from Nigeria government does not hold water. But as far as their process is concerned, Finland is a country that have their rules and regulations. We'll just allow that to play out. If PM was able to talk to us even using the phone, he would have done that. So I don't think there's anything that any of us is going to do individually or as a group to to hasten that process, except some of the informations that have been submitted, some emails we've written to the authorities and all that, and I believe they are um, um, going through all that. So according to them, it's just investigation. So we'll allow that to play out. Choosing people working with men on ground. Again, we have a defense department, and they are the ones that are really going to be working on this. Again, we want to tell Biafrans that we have a defense department. And anybody that is coming to tell you that he or she is the one that used to do this for prime minister, or without him, this thing would not do, the person is not saying the fact. The PM has a way that he has operated. PM has a way he functions. Some people that they think they know, they have the access to that, may not know. And that's why sometimes people make mistake, because they think PM sends them for message, then they claim they know everything, or they claim they know um, um, how to do it and stuff like that, or they are the only one. So the Defense Department, we've been able to have meetings with some angels and all that, and we'll continue. And again, remember that before the incident, we were doing what we need to do. So from the accounts and all that, so that is being taken care of. There's nothing new we're doing. The angels on ground, anybody that has refused to work with a particular minister in the defense industry, then they may tell Biafrans their reasons. Is their commitment to Biafrans, or is their commitment to the individuals that come to them? Even those individuals that come to them has to operate within the government. So an individual cannot go behind the scene and say he's getting in touch with men on ground, or talking with the angels, without working with the government that sets that up. So that idea that some people think without them nothing will be happening, please just ignore those people. If individuals are truly working for Biafra people, they must respect the order of the prime minister. But if they decide to do their own thing with other individuals that are not working for the prime minister, then they need to tell Biafrans who they are working for. I think that answers the question on communication, calling men on ground out and all that. Again, I'm not sure anybody is doing that except if any man on ground decides to um, get into the politics of these people that are just parading themselves as people that works for the government, and they don't want to take any order from the government. Then the person is at his or her own risk. But again, as I said, the Minister of Secretary of Defense has been trying to coordinate all these reports. We get reports from different people, and that's the way PM has always operated. He does not want one person to have monopoly of anything happening on ground. That's why we have different people in different states doing what they're doing. And most of those states, in the absence of the PM, has been able to report to the government, and we're helping as much as needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ugo 247. I greet you, the Chief of Staff and the Deputy Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic, Dr. Ngozi Onopoeze. I greet you, Ugo 247, and I greet you, Princess, the Information Minister. And I greet each and every one of you here on space who welcomed our COS today. In fact, I didn't want to ask any question, but I had to really, because my body just this with me, but I have to ask this. It is said that power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So I want to know, is there any way the government can make it possible that no cabinet member can have access to our men on ground except you, our prime minister, and defense minister, because money corrupts, and our people, when they see money, they start misbehaving. Because what I saw on the social media, where our men are talking with and doing all sorts of shenanigans, I wasn't happy about it. Please, is there any way that can be stopped? That's what I want to ask. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Chief
so
of Staff.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Again, we have people, some individuals in this government, in the brigade that used to hold.
I don't know. Did anyone hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
No, I can't hear her. I can't hear her.
But I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I'll wait. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me? Mark, please, can you hear me?
Okay, thank you. I'll go out. Thank you.
Okay, I'll answer that, and when she comes back, I will also answer that again. It all stems from discipline. We have to be disciplined, and our men has to be disciplined. When our men start getting involved in the politics of the leadership of this struggle, then those men are not serious. People have to stay on their lane. PM already gave instructions on these individuals on what they need to do. And we hope, and the expectation is they continue to do that. If they need anything, they know the right channel to do, to go through. That's what I'm saying right now. Anybody on any angel on ground that needs something, you can reach to me or you can reach the defense minister. For now, those are the only approved individuals in this government that can take care of things like that. No other person. Because if those other people they are thinking is meeting with them cannot report to the government, then that means we are running a divided house. Somebody will just go behind and say they are going to help somebody with money. And then if something happens, we don't know. So we want to put that structure because we don't know who anybody is working for. We don't know. You all out in homeland, you may not know who somebody is working for. So you are risking your own self, risking your life by trying to engage with some of these individuals that has refused to engage with the government of the United States of Biafra. So you need to ask yourself, who are they working for? So we can only say so much. But if they've gone behind and they've been able to bribe some of these people, bribe their way into them, we can't help them. But the instructions are very, very clear. Just like Minister Ogen Kere has sent out a Zoom meeting for the 40 state administrators for tomorrow. He does not have the right to do that. He's no longer the finance minister. Why is he sending Zoom meeting for the 40 state administrators to meet with him? This is chaos. So you begin to ask, who are these individuals working for? So that's the answer to your question.
Thank you so much, my brother 247. Thank you, my honorable COS. Thank you so much for your wonderful job and you are doing for the people of Biafra. My honorable COS, I know that the biggest problem we, the black people, we have is we lack humility. Humility. That is the major problem Africans have, humility. Without wasting your time, I'll go straight to my question. Uh, we have seen the memo, your memo, and the list of the people that we work in the new cabinet. We saw a name there, captioned Yakubu. Can you throw a light to Biafrans about this name, please? Yakubu. So
Yeah.
that name is really a panic name to the people of Biafra.
Yeah, thank you so much. Even when we had the 40 state administrators meeting yesterday with the homeland administrators, and Yakubu was there, and based on what some of our Biafrans have been talking about that name, Yakubu was able to introduce himself. So Yakubu is the administrator for Igala State. Igala State is one of the states of Biafra, and if you go through our constitution, the one that was just given out in Finland, on the back, if you read the names of the individuals that have done the constitution, Emmanuel was one of them. Emmanuel Yakubu. He's a member of the Constitution Drafting Committee for the Biafra Republic government in exile. So he's a Christian and he's the administrator of Igala State that have their capital as Eba, is the capital of Igala State. So he's a true warrior. PM loves him so much, knows him very well. I know the name stands out, but again, I don't even know if he's this in the space. But yeah, that's who he is, and I think the message is to let the world know that Biafra is not just Igbo speaking. Biafran states, we have 40 states, and it cuts across for some some people that are trying to in the Nigeria Zoo section trying to say, oh, their Biafra is just limited to 5 Igbo speaking in regions and all that. So we're trying to let them know Biafra is all over. It's not just Igbo speaking. We have Biafrans in Igala, Lower Kogi, Lower Benue, on the Edo side, we're on the Urobo Isoko side. Actually, I got a call from somebody who from Edo State. I think he's a brother to the former Edo State Governor Obaseki, and he was trying to tell me that we should remove Urobo Isoko from Biafra State, that they are going through that and all that, and because Urobo Isoko has never been part of Biafra, you know. So all I told him is that he can meet. I can give him the phone number for the Urobo Isoko State Administrator. He can go and have that discussion with him, you know. So we have a lot of Yoruba Isoko people that are part of Biafra, and if they think anybody thinks that Yoruba Isoko is not part of them, it's not for me to decide. He has to go and meet with the administrator, and that's just what I said. He said, "Okay." So that's it. Yeah, but Emmanuel Yakubu is part of us. Is the administrator for Igala State. Thank you.
Is he a full-fledged Biafran? This is what Biafran wanted to know. Sorry, I repeated that question again. Is it a full-fledged of Biafrans?
So it's like you asking, is Omambala State a full-fledged Biafra? Or asking Igodomi Igodo, is it a full-fledged Biafran? I mean, it's not in anybody's portion part to decide who is a full-fledged Biafran. What about the Biafran that are sabotaging discourse? Are they not Biafrans? So again, I've explained to you, Igala State is part of Biafra. So if you say that now Igala State is not going to be part of Biafra, then you may be asking that question. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Highly appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We got 247. I hope I'm coming out.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Deputy Prime Minister, I greet you from my location. Princess AG, I salute you as well. Wonderful people and lovers of freedom, I salute each and every one of us. Yes, my Deputy PM, I want to ask this question as a Biafran, as a concerned citizen of Biafra. I also ask this question as a citizen who wants this government to succeed. And I'm also asking this question as a member of BWOC, Biafran Writers of Conscience. Before I forget, my Deputy PM, you made mention of having a call with one of the administrators, or do I say brother to a governor in that contraction called Nigeria. And I don't know how that will sound in the ears of Biafrans. Please, is that wise to call or make call or allow your phone number to be with the terrorist Nigerian state administrators?
Yeah. Yeah, actually this guy, he was my schoolmate. Actually, we were all in Uniben together. Pedro Baseki. So he is my friend. But the thing is that he's championing this Edo course and all that. And then he called to tell me that Urobo Isoko is now, it shouldn't be part of Biafra. But remember, Biafra has Urobo Isoko state. So all I explained to him is that if he wants, I'm going to give him the administrator of Yoruba Isoko State, and they can have that chat among themselves. Yeah. But there's nothing to worry. I mean, we're schoolmates at Uniben, and we reach out to each other every now and then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you oblige me, I have like 5 pressing questions that I believe Biafrans as well will like me to ask you.
No. She can't
Okay,
take.
let me wait. Let me make it 2 or 3, please. Very, very important. Yes, I can. 247, I understand, but if you can make it 2, that would be wise. But let me go with the first question. This question was asked our Prime Minister. In fact, as a matter of fact, the person that asked our Prime Minister this question is me again. Some time ago, me asked our Prime Minister, he said, why do you want the Biafran people to trust and believe in you? Even when Mazin Nandekano was trusted by people, the whole Biafrans, and even Biafrans sold him. Why do you want Biafrans to trust you? Do you know the response of our Prime Minister? He said, I came to this struggle prepared, and I promised Mazin Nandekano that I will never disappoint him, sabotage him, and anything concerning Biafran freedom, I can never do that. Same question I put to you, my deputy prime minister.
Thank you so much. Again, I don't when people say sabotage, that words have been used so lightly these days that even those that are sabotaging, they'll come out and be the ones that be talking about sabotage. Again, I came to this struggle for a reason, and it's not for any individual. It's for my passion for the United States of Biafra. Before even this point, I know some of you may have been aware. There are days when if you open your YouTube channel, if you don't see individuals talking about Dr. Ngozo Rweza, that means their content is not complete. So I've waded so many storms for this struggle. And my commitment is to the Biafran people. And if the Prime Minister has said that I should be his surrogate until they finish all this investigation, then I think the Prime Minister, I believe, knows my role in this struggle more than any other individual. So I'll just continue to do what needs to do to restore Biafra. And just like when we were in Finland and we were trying to declare our independence on the 2nd of December. But I believe that there must be a reason why we must declare our independence on day one. Some people may not understand that, even some people in Brigi, even some of these ex-information people, they still try to say, oh, she took a decision. But they were not at the meeting when it was decided that we may shift our Independence Day based on what is happening in Finland, because we don't trust nobody. We don't know who to trust. Don't trust me. I'm not going to trust you. But your behavior is what is going to show me whether to trust you or not. So some people in that brigade was saying, oh, that we cannot move it. The declaration must be on 2nd December. Even after we've declared our independence on 29th of November, some brigade cabinet members here still go around parading and giving wrong information to people about our independence was on 2nd December. So at a point, you begin to, again, looking at who somebody is working for, I look at that very critically, and I try to get all the information I need to be able to make decisions. But again, when it comes to Biafra, it's my life, it's my blood, and there's no going back. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Chief of Staff, Ngozi Orebeze, my co-hosts. Um, can you hear me? Sorry, I got muted. I got muted. Sorry, I've not asked a question. I was just greeting everyone. No, I was just starting. I got muted. Yeah, probably it was from a glitch or something. Yeah, let me just go on. My question goes like this. I heard two people from Canada, come up with uh, I keep getting muted. I don't know. Should I go out and come in? Probably it's a glitch or something. Yeah. Let me just go on.
Yes, I can hear you. I think it's a glitch. It was a glitch and it restored it. Yeah, but I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ugo 247. Good evening, COS. Thank you, everyone here. I appreciate everyone. Can you hear me right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, the angle I'm going to come in is just in a way for the COS to shame the ones that doesn't want our progress, just to clarify us, and they tell us that she went back home successfully with no problem, because there are some rumors, flying around that she's still stuck at Finland. So I don't know. So please, doctor, you can as well clear the air to let those people know that yes, you are free and nobody's holding you. Thank you.
Nobody is holding me. Thank you so much. These are just people just looking for content to create. Just ignore them. Thank you so much.
It's all right. Thank you. They'll
No, I was just laughing.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I greet my honorable um Chief of Staff and Deputy Prime Minister Ngozi Orebeze. I greet you, Honorable Go 247, and Honorable Princess. And my question was geared towards the complaints from the Canada end, and some talks were raised as regards a cabinet member you appointed, and I think her name goes by I think Dorati or something like that. And with what we heard, a lot of complaints were coming from people from Canada, and I don't know. I just wanted you to buttress on that point, and they said she has been in, into some back and forth in Canada, and it wasn't nice. And now they see her on the list of cabinet members appointed. So this actually is an area of concern to the whole Biafrans. And yeah, I just wanted you to bit on
Yeah.
this.
So
Thank you.
thank you so much. Whoever is telling you that is not following our prime minister. Yeah. So sometimes it's so easy for people just come out from the blues and just be saying things they think without following the prime minister. Dorothy was appointed by the prime minister in a three-man committee, I think, or four, to create a structure for the government post declaration, and that they started working since around September, initially to collect the data from each department. And again, when people see what is going on and they don't follow, and they've not been following the prime minister, that's when they lose it. So these structures that you see in place right now, the Prime Minister started working on it since around September, when he appointed a two-man committee, which is Dorothy and Paul Adenam, to look into the whole departments of Biafra to know what each department has been doing and collect report about each department. So that's what these two individuals, including the Dorothy you just talked about, the Prime Minister appointed them. So I don't think any sensible person following the Prime Minister will be making that kind of speech to you. So they worked on those departments, and then around I think November, the PM now, based on the reports he got, now instituted about 3 or 4 man committee to now work on the peri and post government structure of the United States of Biafra. And this Dorothy was one of the backbones that worked on that structure for what the government is going to look like post declaration, which is what we currently have. So I don't know who is sending that wrong information to you. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, my honorable minister. And to just to end my submission, I actually summarized what you said, and literally you want us to trust this new government, and I just want you to promise Biafrans, that this new position that you're holding as the deputy prime minister, you'll be able to, serve Biafrans well, and address Biafrans more, just like you came on space today, like more often. You understand? Like you came on space today to address us. We'll be getting more of this audience to ask you questions and address you. I just want you to promise Biafrans and give us that reassurance.
Yeah,
So,
again, I will continue to do the job I was doing as a COS, now Deputy Prime Minister, post declaration. I don't think there's anything that's going to change. If the Prime Minister comes out, Prime Minister might be on space more often and talk to Biafrans. I have a full-time job, and some of you know the job I do. And I'm not going to be on space every time because I have my job. I have to get money to put into Biafra, get money to feed my family. So I can only do so much I do. The job will be easier if everybody do and stay on their lane and do what they got to do, not people creating problem for other people. Thank you so much.
Good day, dear friends. Hello, my
Yes, sir.
DPM.
Mm-hmm.
I want to congratulate all Biafrans for independence that was just held November 29th, 2024. Congratulations.
Thank
We've come a long way. I've been in this struggle since 2017, and it felt like a great sense of accomplishment to finally get the redeclaration accomplished. So I thank all of you who are involved in making this happen. Okay.
thank
That being said, that being said, I want you, my DPM, to do whatever you need to do to keep this struggle moving forward. Cut off whoever you need to cut off. We don't have time now for any saboteurs. We don't have time to sugarcoat or baby anybody who has grievance to come and bring out to the world to make our struggle that we've been engaged in for so long, to make our struggle look like it's child's play. We're now a government. If they cannot respect authority, cut them off. You have our permission. We're behind you 100%. Now, my question is, do we have a marketing department to help us promote the Biafran coin? Those who are skeptical or afraid of donating the traditional way can always invest in Biafra. We're now a government. We need to start investing in things that are Biafran. The best way to invest is elevating our coin. There's no reason why 50 million Biafrans cannot elevate our Biafran coin to be number one, even if we all just bought one coin right now. We will be in great standing to elevate our Biafran coin to compete with any other coin, even to put it to a level where we can compete with the Bitcoin that's now 100,000 per coin. One more thing. Is there an ETA for when the Biafran Bank will be set up? And when can we start using our Biafran currencies? What is the timeline on that? And one last question. I hope that the old finance minister will not have any access to any of the funding that is now being generated. I hope that his access to the funding has been cut off. Again, that's all the questions I have for now. And I want to thank all of you guys for what you guys have done. I wish my mom would have been alive to have seen the redeclaration of Biafra. She was looking forward to it. But we're here to carry on for her and those who could not have made it to see that great day happen. But from going forward, we need to promote Biafra, live as Biafrans, start talking like we're Biafrans, and start promoting our currency, our culture, and the United States of Biafra. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We are putting all those things in place. The Bank of Biafra actually, we are already working on that, and there's we have the our attorneys that have been able to secure the license for us, and hopefully the governor of the Bank of Biafra should be able to start work on that to see what we could be licensed for and whatnot. But I think they've sent that license, and then we encourage and call on those their friends that really have expertise in the financial banking industry. You can send me your information, and we can add the committees. We are going to start setting up committees to really help the secretaries and their deputies to really achieve some of these things that we are working on. Yeah, but I know that the licensing has been issued, and then is left for the secretaries and maybe the committees to start looking into what we can do with that licensing, how far we can go with that. Yeah. In the area of the finance minister, I know the new finance minister is going to be working on that to make sure we do the necessary changes on the back end and be able to move forward. I think that's it. Thank you. And maybe if you just stay, maybe in the next 10 minutes, we can round up as we have another meeting.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone that is here. Thank you, COS, Dr. Ngozi. Thank you for all you are doing. And thank all Biafrans. I want to seize this opportunity to thank Biafrans in all their efforts in Finland. Though I was there, but I saw all the movement and all the hard work that was put in place. I congratulate Biafrans. Those who think that what we are doing is online should know that now we are very serious. We are a nation of our own. What I really want to ask is something that relates or that is similar to what happened when Onyendu was abducted and everywhere was, on fire. Onyendu asked our PM then to be the one that would be broadcasting, and they blocked him, and the whole place was divided. We really don't want that at this point, because we have come from a very far way to this point. I want to ask the COS whether the lawyer, if I hear correctly, the lawyer that came to say that PM has given the full power to you, did it say it before the cabinet ministers so that none of them will say we did not hear such a thing? Because we need to move with one front and one mind, and not just this time that it is barely 1 week that our nation was declared, so that our enemies wouldn't be laughing at us. Because I do programs and people come in there and comment and ask me, Betty, what is going on? Even this morning, somebody from Akwa Ibom called me. I don't know how he got my number, but I oblige people. It's my duty. I volunteer to do this work and I know why I'm doing it. He said to me, why was the name of their brother not included in the new cabinet? And I said to him, what new cabinet? He said, yes, that it looks like this whole thing is all about the Igbos. So I said to him, no, I don't know what you are talking about. So I really want to ask the COS, who is now the Deputy Prime Minister for Biafra Liberation, were all these ministers aware of this very information from our Prime Minister that you should be fully in charge? Because if that is the case, I wonder why we will be running helter-skelter. That's my question. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Anybody that is running helter skelter is not following our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. These are distractions and we don't need it. Anybody that truly follows a PM and follows his instruction must be fully aware that this directive comes from the PM. The person doesn't have to come to the whole world to announce this, and we don't need that. If the PM talks to one or two individuals and a cabinet member or few individuals in the cabinet does not believe the Prime Minister, that means they don't even believe in, they don't belong to this United States of Biafra at all.
That is my wonder. That is my surprise.
Thank you.
Because if PM gave that sort of order, I mean, we have to move on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, COS.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you again. I just have one other comment to make. It's for all to please, 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 please go ahead. Let me finish. Let me finish. It's just something quick for everyone. It's just for everyone. Okay, no problem. Thank you.
My COS, I humbly greet you, man. My question is just one. Among your cabinet, if Biafra find anyone that is not capable, do we have a website or address where we can write a petition to explain why the person is not fit to be in your cabinet? Thank you.
Yes, I think that is a very good one. We've not really opened up that avenue, but I think we can open it up. I'll talk to the information secretary and see if we can open that. And then, yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, but we're gonna work on that. We don't have it yet.
Okay. Greetings, Deputy Prime Minister. Greetings to you, Go 247 and all Biafrans. I want to digress a little bit. I hope I'm clear, audible. Okay. My question is this to the Deputy Prime Minister. The list of cabinet members you published, it doesn't seem to be fairly represented. Like, for example, we have 40 states of Biafra Nation, and I don't know if you take a look at the states of the members you have appointed, it seems to be focused at a particular region. So, how do we solve this issue to ensure fairness and equity? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Again, if you look at that list, most of the people you have in that list, they were in Brigi before, when the prime minister was in charge. So if the prime minister does not have any issue, or this question was not asked to the prime minister at that time, again, we gave individual tasks based on their qualifications more, and based on what they've been able to do for the struggle. Yes, we can open up more rooms for like committee. Remember that each of these departments, we just release either the secretaries or the deputies. Remember that each of these structures still going to hire so many people. For instance, the Ministry of Information, Postal Services, and something else, they are still going to fill all those informations at the different levels of the departments. The Ministry of Health, for instance, Health and Human Services, is just one or two individuals. So remember, they have over 30 something positions in the Ministry of Health and Human Services. But these individuals are people that have worked for this cabinet, this brigade cabinet, and they were holding some of those positions in the cabinet. So most of them are not new. Almost everybody there was in the brigade cabinet. The brigade cabinet before, we have about 70 something people. And those were the people in the same cabinet. But now we are running a government. We have to reduce the cabinet numbers to what is obtained in the other part of the country, in the other countries in the world, which is cabinet of about between 20 and 25 individuals manning different things. So it is those that have been working for the restoration for these departments that we have in those areas, except one or two. But again, there'll be room to bring in more people from diverse areas and all that. And again, we have different cultures represented in that cabinet. Thank you.
Uche Kenya. Yes. I'll go 247. I greet you. And am I coming out?
Yes.
Okay. My COS. Antingo, I greet you.
Thank you.
I greet everyone, all of you that made our declaration possible. I salute all of you. It's not easy. You are wonderful.
Thank
Please, I want to cut my question short because I know what is happening in our cabinet. To some of us who are not in the cabinet, we are not happy. Some of us are having sleepless nights over this. It's giving us a problem because we are representing in our individual spaces where we are. And people used to come to ask us what is happening, what is the current situation, what is going on. So if you ever tell them that there's a problem or there's a misunderstanding in the cabinet, Ash is a very big turnoff. So we don't like talking about it. So that's why we are always concerned when there is a problem like this. So, but my advice and a little question I want to ask, somebody has asked a question that I wanted to ask before. And that question was if our PM, like in front of, in front of this guy, this our other cabinets, Abarawa and the other finance minister, if they are aware that our PM said this, that you need to take over, that's number one. And we clarify that. Maybe, I don't know, in this struggle, everybody is suspecting another. So you was somehow you wouldn't blame these people because they are in a strategic position, like in a very critical positions, which is finance and the defense, which I think they are knowing things about it. So people like this, I don't think they can easily surrender their position easily to anyone, especially when our PM had a problem like this. So what I can advise, I don't want it what I'm saying to be too long. What I can advise is, please, my COS, please kindly reach these people, these guys. I advise that when you are choosing this the new cabinets, at least these two positions, finance and what you call it, and the defense, anybody in the security, those people you should have like worked with them a little while, at least to for them like for you to get you guys to get to know each other, and then they will know that the new government that you have put in place is working, that they can trust it, what they can really. Okay, okay. Hmm. That's too bad. And that's too
Thank you, Minister 247. And also, I salute our COS and our Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you, Ma Ngozi. My question is because actually I don't have much because I've been following event this very closely. Um, because there are some people who was lamenting that you was blocking them. Actually, from my own perspective, I try to like kind of say that I believe you are blocking them because they are kind of distraction because there's a lot in your hand at the moment. And another question I want to throw to you is this. Another question I want to throw to you is kind of some people have asked this question, but I just want to get something very clear because it's a very big slap in the face of the Biafran people who are doing everything humanly possible to put something in the cost of the government. For an individual to come out to say that he is the one that paid for our convention hall, I want to know how many times in a month or in a week, sorry, in a month or in 2 months, in 6 months, the so-called finance minister comes out to make clarification of how much that comes into the cost of the government and how much does that goes out, even if the situation we are is not doing that, but the people in the cabinet, do you guys really have idea, or does he make, because even as a private company in any part of the world, you make account to the government where you are residing, like every two months. Does he do this so that we don't not take this kind of slap in our face as if the Biafrans all over the world who are struggling to put money into the cost of the government are not doing that, and one individual is kind of trying to deceive people, not taking glory. So I want to know if we have like at least once in a month or once in 3 months, does he come out to make clarification to the people? And if he's not doing that, that means he should just shut the fuck. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And again, I think those are some of the things we're trying to put in place. And again, we understand if we're in a restoration. Again, when the PM was available, this thing was he's kind of in the center of everything, and and he may not really have the time, even though we are working towards making sure that everything is we professionalize every department of Biafra. Now that we are a government, now we're a new nation. We want to, even though there are mistakes and things we've not done in the past, we are going to start doing them now, and that is why um, we need help. Like I've said before, we have CPAs, chartered accountants in Biafra. We will need the help of everyone to really send me a message or send a message to the finance secretary so that y'all can come on board and help us to. It's always a team effort. Yeah, we may not have done something in the past, but as a government right now, based on some of the promises we've made as a country to the United Nations, to the Transparency Department, to the human rights and all that, it is it is time to kind of be a little bit open. It's not everything that have to be out there, but again, those internal things we want to make sure that our money is going where we need them to go. Those are just the major things. Thank you.
Sorry, ma. The first question about the those was blocking. I understand from my own perspective. I
Okay,
understand.
okay. For
Yeah.
those that I'm blocking, again, I get so many messages, and again, I just want to reduce the distractions of people trying to advise and make suggestions, and I don't really have the time for that. That's why when I read messages on my Twitter space that is going to distract me, I block them. So maybe Biafrans, if I block anyone, I don't know, maybe you can reach out to me. If I blocked you, that means you know that it's me that blocked you. You can reach out if your intentions were genuine. I will unblock you. But I have an issue when people that have not been following the prime minister comes to ask me a question like, when did the prime minister say you should dissolve the cabinet and things like that? So that means the person have not really been following and they just want to just waste my time. That's why I block some of them. Yeah. But those that have good intentions, you can reach out to my WhatsApp or Telegram, and I have to maybe go back and check it out again. But I just have to block people that are distracting me. Thank you. You can make that decision, Maz, because I have another meeting. Maybe two more, and we can go, please. Thank.
Is my voice
Please,
coming
Mark,
out?
you go.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah.
Hello? Okay, you can hear me now? Okay, thank you so much, Minister Ugo. I thank Honorable Minister Ugo. I thank you so much. Then my COS, I thank you, Dr. Ngozi. I thank you so much. Um, Briefing, press briefing, information is very, very vital. Now you have come to clarify certain things, then my mind is is calm now, because when we don't have enough information, especially those of us who have suffered this from 67 till now, we don't want a situation where our blood pressure will be go high and then probably will die because of hypertension. So briefing like this is very, 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 very vital. Now, administratively, if a prime minister is suddenly out of circulation, certainly the COS should take over. There is no doubt about that. And now you have said that the prime minister gave that instruction through the attorney. If I heard you well, and if that is what you said, that is okay by me. So
the where I had a concern, serious concern, was I want to make sure that please, now that the government is now on your shoulder, I had a concern concerning our security, defense of our land, which I believe must not be toyed with. So I thank you so much for clarifying this. Please, I know you say you have your full-time job and then you don't have all the time. Please make out time to always give us information at the time it is appropriate so that we will know what is going on. Thank you so much. Now I can now call you my deputy, my deputy prime minister, and I congratulate you. Please, we are in a very crucial time. We are in a very crucial time. Please make sure you look at Golda Meir. He was the prime minister of Israel. He was a lady, and at a very critical time, she fought wars. So please lead us well until prime minister is out, and reconcile whoever is reconcilable, and then carry everybody along, and let's make sure that nobody takes our land. We are now a nation. There is no going back. Please, I want to beg every one of you, let's make it fast and get back to our land. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Once time permits, I will be coming to brief Biafrans, maybe on space like this, and then to answer questions. But remember, now we have almost 25 secretaries, so um, each of them will be playing different roles to reach out to Biafrans. So it's not just a one-person thing. We're a nation now. Everything will be task specific to the different departments. Yes, I'll be coming out to talk to Biafrans as needed, as time permits. Yeah, but I also want people can follow my Twitter handle. Even though you don't hear from me, I usually update and post information on my Twitter handle, and that place you can get informations on things that are happening in the government and all that. So um, as far as carrying everyone around, we are carrying everyone along, unless those that refuse to be carried along, those that don't want to follow instructions, those that feel they can do it their own. Just like we're saying, the government have agreed, we postpone the fundraising to the 14th. But you still see people like Sonia Akpala posting that they're going to do fundraising tomorrow and next. So how do you carry such people along? How do you do that? So that's why this is a Biafran thing. It's not about me. Every Biafran has a role to play in this. If you allow people to mess this up, then you hold them accountable. All of us, we have to start from square one. Some of them, they don't do these things alone. They are still Biafrans that support this kind of behavior. So how do you intend to build a decent country, disciplined country, when the leadership gives an instruction and some other individuals will go behind and be doing a different thing? How do you carry them along? Thank you.
Mas you go, please. Mas you go, please. My hand has been up from the beginning of the program, please. Justice for all.
Hello, are you hearing me? No, it's me,
All
Andy
right,
Johnson.
thank you.
We can't hear you. You are hearing them, but they are not hearing you.
Thank you, Mas
Hello?
Hugo. Okay, thank you. It's a privilege to be able to speak to everybody here, Mas Hugo and the DPM, my Deputy Prime Minister. I thank you. Thank you for rising to the occasion. When in the time of Mazen Namdekano, our PM studio. He had to take up. Am I coming out clear? He had to take up the position of the prime minister because that's the capacity in which he needed to operate to get us to where we were going. Now he's absent temporarily. So you took up the position of deputy prime minister because I believe that's the capacity in which you need to operate. But some people are saying now sorry, can you hear me? Yeah, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I have a question. Yes, let me go straight to my question. Okay, okay, my DPM, my question is this. You mentioned that you have a full-time job, and I know that this position, this work, is going to be very demanding. A PM, I think he had this as the only job in front of him. So now, with your job as well as this responsibility that you've taken up, do you think it's something you can juggle the two, or are you willing to, the occasion calls, drop whatever you are doing and focus on this entirely? That's my question.
Again, thank you so much. I mean, the job to restore Biafra is not just my job; it's everybody's job, including you. So the time that everybody you put into this struggle should also be the time that every other person put into the struggle. Again, when I said I have a full-time job, it doesn't mean that I've been COS for for over the years, and I know the things that I've been doing, both on my private time and public time to work for Biafra. Yeah. So again, I will make out time to be able to be at the space as needed, but also remember that I might be having different meetings with different groups of people, be with different committees at the other level that may not really make me come out as maybe. But again, I do tweet, like I said, on my Twitter space and my Twitter page. I update Biafrans of things that are going on. So if you go to my Twitter space, you will see that. But I promise, which is what I've already said, to come on as needed, as much as I am available to talk to Biafrans. Yeah, I'll be able to do that. Again, I said I have a full-time job or having no job. Biafra is just like all consuming thing. Even most Biafrans, you will be at your job, and if you're doing Biafra thing, sometimes you discover that like in an 8 hour schedule, you put in 6 hours just doing Biafra job, and you put in 2 hours doing Biafra job. That's how the spirit works, you know. So there's really nothing changing because that is the way I've been working, having different meetings on the back end with different groups with the prime minister and stuff like that. Those are times that I also commit to. But now that we have the different departments, I believe that it may not just be me. It could be another department in the government coming up to clarify things, coming up to um, um, notify Biafrans and explain things to them. That is why we have a government. It makes it easier for the people to get the information they need. It makes the work less cumbersome for everyone because everybody is playing their roles. We just want to avoid some of these little distractions here and there and focus on what our people needs. Yeah, but I promise I'll try and be coming out more often. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming around, for stopping by. I thank you. You could have been doing something else, but because of the love you have for this struggle, you have been able to join us. We have on this space, we have about 7,000 views already, which is huge. Um, Again, thank you, Biafrans, and if you have any concerns, questions, please reach out to any of the ministers or secretaries. No, we're not using ministers, secretaries in the department. Familiarize your names with the new secretaries and ensure that anybody acting on behalf of any of the secretaries, Therefore, you need to let them know those are not their position. We have a new cabinet, and we don't want somebody making things harder for any other individual. That is why I keep saying the Biafra fight is not mine alone. When they say, I hear people saying things or doing things that I don't have to respond, because it is a fight for Biafrans. Anybody that been following the Prime Minister and following his footsteps should know when somebody steps outside that footstep and should be able to caution that person. So it's not just my own thing. Biafra is not for me. It's for all of us. It's for our families. So everybody should be paying attention on people that are trying to distract and disrupt what we are doing. On that note, I thank you all so much, and I'm going to bring this space to an end. Thank you, and have a great day.
Nanunu jisi kenan Natugu ya baunume Omo chukwa Omo chukwene Ase kana le ade Mawaka lugo no bueno Banano kanina ya kala le rinu wangulo Na wana na bose vive na kiti enwe Na tulaje bano mabuli vemelem Kuja Ojibe kuena tulane bovo Imalugodo nugodo kokodo nyano be hule Nani moda tunilu Na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka nchuba diali Ama abulezi okwenu Na bakala kelwe gonezi enwe N'ụbọchị akala kelwe gonudezi Maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi Ụmụ Biafra kunyenwe Ụmụ Biafra kunyenwe Unanukwani mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono na ndagurugu senyi tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana nyuko no 1 million we bofu wa maabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milia keba waja siyenyi ka kezu ezo pabule bewelo tamano Umo Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makano fobi abakama Nana nugo noe Mo Biafra na mekele umunina Nkabo nkanyi Mwa adati na ijele wanyi biakenemi Ọkwa gị bụrụ ụkwụ ekene n'afa ndị otu Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nke ọ dị na nwata chi eze amụrụ n'obi bụ onye hiwere ya Wesị ya kene arụ gị o Adụmegwu Chukwu Ikemba one of Biafra land mmọnwụ be m Odogwu n'eli akara ya dike Nwafọ ndị Igbo jiri dị ebube ebido n'ebe ichebele mmọnwụ be m Abụzikwa odogwu eji mara Igbo niile Odagwati malo Biafra bia. Dumego chuku. Opagisi ekene logi Philipu Efyong. Abuzikwa nwoke kwuloku wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ekunye. Na ya bụ Biafra ya tụlụ ugo wenata. Una bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekuigo. N'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na na-ele. Opagisi ekene logo onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Amadike Biafra kedebe n'olike. Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ ọkwago Igbo ofe onye tiri ndị iro mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi. Amadike bụ mmanwụ ndị iro. Emekele gị na n'isi ekene logi Biafra COS Dr. Ngozi Orabueze bịa keneli o. Ọ bụzikwa oke nwaanyị gị ka mụ na-agbọ n'ama. Ada Biafra n'ite ọtọ ezi nne m obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa ngwa nwoke dị na nwaanyị bịa n'ụlọ unu